You know that feeling, right? You're on a support call and you just know from that very first word that you're talking to a machine. It's that slightly weird rhythm, the total lack of emotion. It's just a dead giveaway. Well, get ready because that whole experience might be about to become a thing of the past. Today, we're going to dig into OpenAI's newest leap in voice AI. This is a technology that promises to make our chats with computers feel, well, shockingly human.
I mean, we've all been there. We've all felt that frustration. You ask your voice assistant a super simple question, and what you get back is clunky, it's slow, and it sounds like a robot. It's something we've kind of just accepted for years.
So, the big question is, why? Seriously, with all the insane progress we've seen in AI, why does talking to one still feel so unnatural? Turns out, the answer isn't really about the AI's brain. It's about the crazy journey your words have to take just to be understood. Okay, so here's the problem. The old way of doing things is this clunky, multi-step pipeline. First, your speech has to get turned into text. Then, that text goes to the AI brain. The AI thinks and it spits out more text, and only then is that text turned back into speech. Every single one of those steps, it loses something. A little bit of nuance, the tone, the emotion, it all just gets flattened out. The new way? It completely demolishes that pipeline. It's a direct shot. Speech goes in, the AI brain does its thing, and speech comes right back out. It's all handled by one single elegant model.
And this amazing new approach, it has a name, GPT-Realtime. Because it processes the audio directly, speech to speech. It holds on to all those little human details that used to get lost in translation. We're talking about not just what you say, but how you say it. So this isn't just about a better voice. It's a totally different and much more natural way of talking with an AI.
But look, this isn't just some cool theory stuck in a lab. Let's talk about how this is already changing the game out in the real world.
Just listen to this from the head of AI at Zillow. They're already seeing a future where finding a house isn't about clicking filters and filling out forms, but just having a conversation, like you would with a friend. That is the kind of massive shift we're talking about here, moving from clunky tools to, well, intuitive partners.
And the capabilities here, they go so much deeper than just a pleasant-sounding voice. This model can actually pick up on nonverbal stuff, like when you laugh. It could flip from English to Spanish and back again in the same sentence without even skipping a beat. You can tell it to be snappy or you can tell it to be empathetic, and it will actually change its tone. OpenAI even dropped 2 new voices, Cedar and Marin, just to show off how natural this thing can sound. Okay, so it sounds better, it feels more natural, that's great. But is it actually smarter? Let's dig into the numbers, because the data shows 4 huge leaps forward that, when you put them together, create a much, much more reliable AI. So all starts with the model just being a better thinker. It has a way deeper understanding of what you're actually trying to say, the context, the subtext, all of it.
I mean, get a load of this jump. On a test that measures reasoning skills based on audio, the scores shot up from around 65% to almost 83%. To put that into perspective for you, that's like the AI going from a C student to a straight A student in its listening and comprehension class.
And next up, because it understands so much better, it's also way better at following specific, really detailed instructions. And this is absolutely critical for it to be useful in the real world. Think about a support agent that has to read a legal disclaimer perfectly, word for word. You need that precision. And again, the numbers here tell the story. On a test that's all about handling complex instructions, the accuracy jumped by nearly 50%. That means it's just way more dependable at doing exactly what you tell it to do. And another huge leap is how the AI uses its tools. I mean, a voice agent is only helpful if it can actually book that appointment for you or process that payment. And to do that, it has to call the right piece of software at exactly the right time. And this all leads to a major boost in reliability. The model's ability to handle these complex jobs improved from less than 50% success to over 66%. What that really means is fewer errors and a much more capable assistant that can actually get stuff done for you. So a smarter, more reliable AI, that's awesome. But what's really, really exciting is what all these improvements unlock for developers and for, well, all of us. To help developers really run with this, OpenAI has rolled out a whole new suite of tools. They make it easier to build faster, with things like reusable prompts, but they also unlock some seriously powerful new features, like being able to understand images and even connect directly to phone networks. Let's talk about that image input for a second.
This means the conversation isn't just about audio anymore. You could literally show it a picture of some weird plant in your backyard and just ask, hey, what is this thing? You can share visual context, and that just opens up a whole new universe of possibilities. And then there's the direct phone network support, also known as SIP. Basically, this means you can give your AI its own phone number. It can literally join a conference call to take notes for you, or act as a real-time translator, or even be a full-blown customer service agent on a totally normal phone line. So everything we've talked about is pointing to this future where talking to our technology isn't just possible, it might actually be the way we prefer to do it. And a couple of final points are making sure that future gets here even faster.
First thing, the price. OpenAI is making this brand new, much more powerful model 20% cheaper than the old preview version. And let's be real, making cutting-edge tech more affordable is the fastest way to get it into more people's hands. That means more innovation, happening a lot more quickly.
And second, and this is a big one, is safety. OpenAI has built in all these different layers of safeguards. You've got systems actively watching for and stopping harmful conversations, really strict policies against trying to impersonate people, and a rule that says developers have to be crystal clear when you're talking to an AI. It's all about building trust as this tech becomes more and more common. So in the end, we're moving from just barking clunky commands at a machine to having these fluid, natural conversations. When your AI can understand not just your words, but your tone, your laughter, and can even see the screenshot you're showing it, well, that barrier between us and the machine, it really starts to dissolve. And it leaves us with a pretty fascinating question. What are you going to build? And what are you going to talk about next?